What kind of ideas were going around in his head based on the conversations you may have had with him?
He never came across as some kind of like religious fanatic or anything. I mean, I knew that he was, religious, but it wasn't like he would try to convert you or anything, I just knew sort of that he was religious, but that's pretty much it. Kind of, keeping that part mainly to himself. But then, on the other hand, if you look at the central Oslo, there is like, I don't know what it could be compared to, but there is any possible denomination of, let's say, not a mainstream church, and each of them is trying to get you in. On the other hand, there is just a lake of population who are very heavy drug addicts. And then you have squatters. So central Oslo is basically like just, pick your poison. Which wrong way do you want to pick? And so I'm in no way trying to explain anything, but I'm just telling you the surroundings of the places where he was around, so to speak.
Sure, it's interesting, though, that you're saying that he's a very religious person. At the same time, he's portrayed to be nationalist. How did these two work well together in a person like him?
At the moment when I knew him, I would not describe him as a person who is very thought through ideologically. I would more describe him who is simply bugged, irritated, sometimes even all the way to the anger that like he would be angry that he would be, so to speak, second to some person of, let's say, Oriental or Pakistani origin, but not more than that. I did not get this thought through ideological vibe from his conversation.
Okay, just very briefly now, you're talking to me about him being quite an angry person. He had quite an ego, and he was a religious person. Now, looking in retrospect, would you have imagined that one day he would be capable of doing something like this, if it is indeed him?
No way, absolutely no, never, ever I would have imagined that. And there are far more guys who are acting out way more weird than he was.
Okay. Now, how do you think he got these ideas into his head in the first place? You kept talking about stories in his relationship with girls and church. Do you think it's somewhere there that he got these ideas into his head?
You just have to look around central Oslo, and it's like a cloac of people who have very radical religious views, all the way ranging from like Muslim, Christian, and then you have people who are squatters with leftist ideas, and obviously he has managed to find some right-wing groups. So I'm not generally surprised that people find very extreme ideas in central Oslo.
Okay, just one more thing. You kept saying that he got irritated. What was a topic, for example, that really got him irritated or angry?
That would be if generally a guy or him, and more generally maybe a guy would be picked over, and then somebody would go out with let's say somebody from the Orient instead. That would be one of the things that would set him off.
Okay, why do you think he did this? There are speculations about the reasons behind why he would commit such a crime. Why do you think, based on what you know of him?
I have no idea. I could not imagine. I cannot even imagine that he could do that. He must have been somehow brainwashed or something. He must have...
Brainwashed by who? By his Christian fanaticism, the religion, or nationalism? Who's he brainwashed by?
I don't know. It's anybody's pick, but I'm just saying that in central Oslo, all of that is defined, and if you are just there, you will be approached by these people constantly.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that insight into the suspect. Olaf Andersson, thank you very much. He's a spokesman for the Union of Russian Communities in Sweden, and again, he had known Anders Breivik. Thank you.